Welcome back to Battleship Systems. I've recently noticed a lot of people getting the terms Gypsies, Capstans, and Wildcats mixed up, so I thought I'd make a short video on the topic. These are important because, let's face it, everything is big on a battleship, and sometimes you need more than just a little elbow grease to move them around. Please check the errata page in the description. Without ropes and chains, a battleship will just float around aimlessly in the water until it washes up on the shore. Furthermore, sailors could never handle the projectiles for the big guns without special machinery. The need for moving objects beyond the capabilities of a human being extends all the way back to the age of sail. The first maritime device to solve this problem was the capstan. A capstan is a vertically mounted drum with a rotating head that you can use to pull rope. You can wrap the rope around the capstan, then multiple sailors could place bars in the head and use their full body weight to rotate it. With technological advances, it was eventually possible to rotate the capstan by steam or electric motors. Companies started making capstans without holes for poles, and in order to differentiate these, they called them gypsies. If a gypsy head is mounted vertically, it is still considered a capstan. Gypsies were not only used for line handling on the main deck, but they are also used extensively in the 16-inch projectile flats. In a process known as parbuckling, you could move a projectile weighing over a ton with the help of a gypsy head. The shells had to be moved around manually to get them into the projectile hoists. If the head is mounted horizontally, it's called a winch. Some winches, like the ones mounted on the quarterdeck of a battleship, are simply electric gypsy heads mounted horizontally. These are called warping winches and are usually used for mooring lines, ship stores, boats, and ammunition handling. Winches can also have drums which keep all the rope wound on the drum, holding the line tight at all times. Of course, the heaviest thing that a battleship needs to load and unload are the anchors. The complete set of equipment for raising and lowering the anchor is called the windlass. The big thing that differentiates a windlass from a capstan is the Wildcat. It's like a larger drum with special teeth that fit into the anchor chain to keep it from slipping. Battleships have their windlass machinery housed below deck, sometimes 4 decks down. A shaft runs up to the Wildcat, giving it the ability to lift a 30,000-pound anchor, and since this is a battleship system, there are 2 independent units for powering the windlass. Paired with each windlass is a capstan that is ran by the same machinery. It's possible to disengage the Wildcat and only use the capstan, leaving the anchor chain stationary. Okay, let's look at some of these devices and see if we can identify what they are. But before that, have you ever used a winch to lift or move something? Do you think you could have done the job without it? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So what about this guy? Is this a windlass? No. So it's not a capstan or a gypsy. Is this a winch? Yes. This is a hoist used to move the ammunition into and out of the magazines for the 16-inch guns. What about this? Is this a winch? No. Is this a capstan? It sure is. Is this a gypsy? Don't let that bell on the top confuse you. The top of this capstan is actually flat, so yes, this is a gypsy. In lieu of donations to me, please consider donating to a battleship museum like the Battleship Alabama. There's a link in the description that'll bring you to the USS Alabama Battleship Foundation website where you can donate to the nonprofit organization. Don't forget to put Battleship Alabama in the comments of your donation so your money will go to the ship. Thanks for watching.